So first off, I just want to remind you guys that tomorrow, Friday, May 17th, is when my Discord channel is going to be running a Smash tournament. So if you're interested in participating in that and you want to sign up for that, go check out my Discord. I'll post a link to my Discord in the description of this video. Okay, so this should be a short one today, guys, as I just want to highlight a little tidbit of information we just got, but it's pretty interesting. This is coming from Alex Davis. If you don't know who Alex Davis is, he is a creative director over at First Four Figures, and they make statues of video game characters. So it says, Alex Davis, First Four Figures Official Collectors Club. And he wrote, thanks for the invite, Rare, with a little heart. And then it says, Xbox E3 2019 Briefing, Microsoft Theater, Sunday, June 9th, 2019. Dear Alex Davis, thank you for completing your registration. Your attendance is now confirmed for the Xbox E3 2019 briefing. Okay, so what's significant about this one? Obviously, a lot of people get invited to E3. Well, Alex Davis works at First Four Figures, and they recently made statues for both Banjo-Kazooie and Conker. I've actually seen some of the First Four Figures in person. Specifically, I've actually seen the Banjo one, and it's really awesome. I've seen some of their other ones. They do fantastic work. But what we have here is Banjo and Conker, who are both characters from Rare games. And now we have Alex Davis actually thanking Rare specifically for the invite to E3. So the thought is maybe Rare invited Alex Davis because one of or both of those characters are going to be highlighted in some way. If Alex Davis made those statues, worked on those statues, or is from the company that made those statues, inviting him to E3 for some reason could be because something's happening with those characters there. At Spyro Universe over on Twitter wrote, new Banjo-Kazooie or Conker game to be revealed at Microsoft's E3 2019 briefing, ? First Four Figures has been invited by Rare to attend the conference. They recently made statues for both Conker and Banjo. So yeah, that's essentially the thought process here. This is the first time we have some sort of link to specifically something with Banjo, something with Conker, something with Rare, specifically old Rare games, potentially happening or being shown off at E3. We now have someone who is involved in no other way with Rare besides Banjo and Conker, and they're being invited to E3. Obviously, Rare making, say, Banjo-3ie or a new Conker game would be awesome, and a lot of people would be really happy about that, and that might be why Alex Davis has been invited. This actually isn't the first time we've had a hint of Banjo-3ie possibly being revealed at E3 2019. Over on Twitter, Gaming with Spoons, at TonberryKing128 wrote, I'd love nothing more than Microsoft to announce hashtag Banjo-3ie at hashtag E3 2019. It won't happen, but I'd love to see it, and at Grant Kirkhope to compose a soundtrack again. That man's a legend. And then Grant Kirkhope, who wrote the soundtrack and music for Banjo-Kazooie, writes, I think a pig just flew by my window with a smiley face. Obviously being a reference to the phrase, when pigs can fly. This was on May 12th, and a lot of people took this as some kind of confirmation that we were going to get Banjo-3ie, so Grant Kirkhope later wrote, I think you're all misinterpreting what I said, smiley face. Pigs might fly means BK3 is about as likely as pigs flying. ... Maybe it's a Brit saying thing. ... Sorry. So I don't know if this should be interpreted as Grant Kirkhope doing damage control after sort of maybe leaking Banjo-3ie could be a thing showing up at E3 2019, or if, you know, he's being honest here and Banjo-Kazooie 3 is unlikely. But either way, this was the first instance of Banjo-3ie at E3 2019 being a rumor that kind of gained some legs. Of course, there's also been a lot of buzz and rumors about potentially Banjo-Kazooie getting into Super Smash Bros. So if that were to be announced, I would suspect Nintendo would do it and not Xbox, but it's still possible Alex Davis was invited to E3 for the Xbox briefing just because that's what Rare can invite him to, and at E3 something big is going to happen with Banjo, again, potentially getting into Smash. The First Four Figures weren't the only recent merchandise that Banjo and Conker got. Also, Totaku made figures for both Banjo-Kazooie and Conker. We also had an official Banjo-Kazooie Stubbins plush made recently, and considering that Banjo-Kazooie and most of the old Rare IPs haven't gotten much love in the last, I don't know, almost decade. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that all of a sudden a lot of merchandise has been made for these characters, and now we have a little bit of an idea that something for them may be coming at E3. Rare also recently tweeted about some coins, some Banjo-Kazooie coins that they were making, and some pins for a bunch of their different IPs, which include Banjo and Conker. Also, just on the subject of Banjo-Kazooie and Conker as statues, Rare used to have some big statues of Banjo, Kazooie, and Conker supposedly in the lobby of one of their headquarters, and I guess those got taken away, but apparently they also have some new ones, so I just thought these are pretty interesting, pretty cool looking, so yeah, check those out. Now, Banjo coming to Smash or not, I'd still be really excited about anything they do with either of those characters. I'm a big fan of Banjo-Kazooie, I'm a big fan of Conker, I love old N64 Rare IPs, they're great, so I would love to see them do something with those characters. So if Alex Davis getting invited to E3, you know, shows that Rare might be doing something with one of those characters, I'm pretty excited. I'm hopeful that we get something with Banjo-Kazooie, something with Conker at E3. Okay, well, that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, it was just a little tidbit of info, and, you know, for this to really be anything major, you have to kind of make some leaps that this could potentially point to a new Banjo game, a new Conker game, possibly Banjo getting into Smash, something like that. But what do you guys think about this? Do you think that Alex Davis getting invited to E3 shows that Rare is planning to do something with those characters, or do you think it was just kind of an invite he got sort of as a thank you for making the figures or something like that? If you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments below. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes, really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.